today I'm doing a recipe with cottage cheese in it. So I've been looking for different things to do with it, and this looked quite exciting, quite simple, but yeah, hopefully it works out well. So we're going to be making broccoli and cottage cheese muffins. So let's have a look and see what we do. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is to prepare the broccoli. So we need 90 grams of broccoli, so not very much, but that's all we need. And I have steamed the broccoli, so I put it in a bowl with a tiny little sprinkle of water, and I covered it and I put it in the microwave for 2 minutes, and it's steamed. So now we're just going to chop this up. Okay, and that's all you need to do for the broccoli, so we're going to put this aside and we'll come back to that in a bit. Next up, to make the batter in a bowl, we're going to add 210 grams of cottage cheese. It says preferably full fat, but I went for the lower fat one, or the fat-free one as it says. So I don't know if that's going to make a difference, but there we go. And then we are going to add 60 mils of milk. So I've got skimmed milk. It doesn't specify what kind of milk. And then we're going to add 4 eggs. Okay, and then we're going to whisk this all together. Okay, once that's combined, then we're going to add the dry ingredients. So we have got a tablespoon of baking powder, 30 grams of gram flour or chickpea flour. So using this is going to keep it gluten free. If you don't have this and you don't need it to be gluten free, you can use ordinary plain flour. And then we're going to add 150 grams of almond flour or ground almonds. And then we're just going to mix this all together. Okay, so the last thing you need is to add the broccoli in. And we have got 85 grams of reduced fat mature cheddar. So we're going to add most of this in. We're just going to leave a little bit to put on top. There we go. So we're going to mix that in. Okay, and that is it. So that was really quick, really simple. So we're now going to take a muffin tin, and you need to line this, so I'm guessing that they don't come out very well. So you definitely need to line it. You can use parchment paper, cut it into squares, and that should do fine. I've got some silicone muffin moulds, but I've only got 6 of them, and this recipe says for 9, so I've got some cupcake ones as well. So we're going to give it a go with some small ones as well as the big ones. So all we need to do is to fill the cases. Okay, and then we're going to sprinkle a bit of the extra cheese on top. Okay, and then we are ready to go in the oven. So we are going in at 200 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes. I will check the smaller ones after 20 minutes because they probably won't take as long to cook, but we shall give it a go and see what happens. Okay, so I took the smaller ones out early, and these are the bigger ones, so we just get a cocktail stick and stick it in, make sure it comes out clean. If it does, they're cooked. So we're going to move them over to a wire rack. Okay, so the smaller ones have been cooling for about 10 minutes, so let's see if we can get it out. Oh, look at that, it slides straight out. Nice, okay. We'll give this a try then. Okay, so they all came out of the cases really fine, really clean, so that was really easy. Let's give it a try. Okay, I'm going to try one of the smaller ones because they have cooled down the most. They look quite good inside. Let's give it a try then. Yeah, these are really good. Really tasty, so easy. Once they've cooled down, I'm going to wrap them up in cling film, put them in a food bag and go in the freezer and take them out whenever I want. I think they'll probably only take an hour to defrost, and you can maybe heat them up in the air fryer for a few minutes or eat them cold. But yeah, really tasty. So that's it from me. Keep experimenting, have fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye!